All the best sports action is right here. Never miss a play.
It's now alive and well, this DBI defensive stop of the half.
We'll take it.
Look at this pass galing kay
Good fake.
RJ Parientos.
Yeah, there was a hit on the left arm. Good.
Wowzers.
A win.
Your champion, Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Showing us why she is one of the top players in the country.
He eventually gets the three.
Or a big moment.
Big shot mula kay Juan Gomez Deliano.
Watch the games on any device, anytime and anywhere. Live and for free on the One Sports YouTube channel. All the best sports action is right here. Never miss a play.
It's now alive and well, this DBI defensive stop of the half.
We'll take it.
Look at this pass galing kay
Good fake.
RJ Parientos.
Yeah, there was a hit on the left arm. Good.
Wowzers.
A win.
Your champion, Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Showing us why she is one of the top players in the country.
He eventually gets the three.
Or a big moment.
Big shot mula kay Juan Gomez Deliano.
Watch the games on any device, anytime and anywhere. Live and for free on the One Sports YouTube channel. All the best sports action is right here. Never miss a play.
It's now alive and well, this DBI defensive stop of the half.
We'll take it.
Look at this pass galing kay
Good fake.
RJ Parientos.
Yeah, there was a hit on the left arm. Good.
Wowzers.
A win.
Your champion, Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Showing us why she is one of the top players in the country.
He eventually gets the three.
Or a big moment.
Big shot mula kay Juan Gomez Deliano.
Watch the games on any device, anytime and anywhere. Live and for free on the One Sports YouTube channel. All the best sports action is right here. Never miss a play.
Is now alive and well, this Levi defensive stop of the half.
Will take it.
Look at this pass galing kay
Good fake.
RJ Parientos.
Yeah, there was a hit
Yeah.
on the left arm. George.
All the best sports action is right here. Never miss a play.
Is now alive and well, this Levi defensive stop of the half.
Will take it.
Look at this pass galing kay
Good fake.
RJ Parientos.
Yeah, there was a hit
Yeah.
on the left arm. George.
A win.
Your champions, Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Showing us why she is one of the top players in the country.
He eventually gets the three.
Or a big moment.
Big shot mula kay Juan Gomez Deliano.
Watch the games on any device, anytime and anywhere. Live and for free on the One Sports YouTube channel. All the best sports action is right here. Never miss a play.
Is now alive and well, this Levi defensive stop of the half.
Will take it.
Look at this pass galing kay
Good fake.
RJ Parientos.
Yeah, there was a hit
Yeah.
on the left arm. George.
A win.
Your champions, Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Showing us why she is one of the top players in the country.
He eventually gets the three.
Or a big moment.
Big shot mula kay Juan Gomez Deliano.
Watch the games on any device, anytime and anywhere. Live and for free on the One Sports YouTube channel. All the best sports action is right here. Never miss a play.
Is now alive and well, this Levi defensive stop of the half.
Will take it.
Look at this pass galing kay
Good fake.
RJ Parientos.
Yeah, there was a hit
Yeah.
on the left arm. George.
A win.
Your champions, Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Showing us why she is one of the top players in the country.
He eventually gets the three.
Or a big moment.
Big shot mula kay Juan Gomez Deliano.
Watch the games on any device, anytime and anywhere. Live and for free on the One Sports YouTube channel. All the best sports action is right here. Never miss a play.
Is now alive and well, this Tibay defensive stop of the Hammonds.
We'll take it.
Look at this pass galing kay
Good fake.
RJ Parientos.
Yeah, there was a hit
Yeah.
on the left arm. George.
A win.
Your champions, Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
Showing us why she is one of the top players in the country.
He eventually gets the 3.
Or a big moment.
Big shot mula kay Juan Gomez Deliano.
Watch the games on any device, anytime and anywhere. Live and for free on the One Sports YouTube channel.
The UAAP Season 88 Boys Basketball MVP, Cabs Cabunilas, and up-and-coming Tamaraw forward Kirby Moncopa and the rest of their squad, the Far Eastern University Tamaraws, will look to test the waters, try to see if a contender like them can, hold their own against a professional team. And speaking of professional team, on the other side of the floor, we have the homecoming Francis Lopez, and of course his fellow world import, Max Fiedler, as the Fighting Eagles Nagoya will look to continue to figure out what kind of system they want to implement as they have a new B1 season ahead of them under, of course, Year 2 coach Ruben Boykin. So that's the story for this game. Once again, the Far Eastern University Tamaraws will take on the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. And thank you very much for tuning in via the Pilipinas Live app, available for Filipinos everywhere. One Sports, One Sports Plus, and One Sports YouTube channel. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cholo Pangilinan, and this is the final game of Day 1 of the NSAC 2026 World Invitational, where the top teams in the Philippine collegiate scene will battle it out against top teams also in the Asia Pacific region. That is, again, the NSAC 2026. But before we head on to of the two teams that will be playing in today's game, first let's talk about the updated tournament bracket. As again, we saw a lot of games a while ago, 3 games to be precise. We saw JRU advance, we also saw Sanbeta advance, same goes with UST. So far all Philippine teams advance to the next round of our NSAC World Invitational. So that's interesting, because if FEU can also win this one, then it's going to be an all-Philippine team semi-final setup for our NSAC World Invitational, and it's going to be interesting because that's going to be speaking volumes as to what kind of competition our Philippine collegiate teams to be precise, are playing. And of course, specifically about these squads right here. Again, we have a professional team in Fighting Eagles Nagoya, as they are no joke. And for FEU, again, they are arguably a contender come season 89, so they are no joke as well. But they're gonna test the waters, to see if their improvement has taken them far enough to beat these Fighting Eagles Nagoya squad. Again, they have continued their rebuild again under coach Sean Chambers. They also have reigning UAP MVP and Janrey Pasaol. Speaking of MVP, I've mentioned a while ago, Cabs Cabunilas, Season 88 Boys Basketball MVP. So that's going to be quite interesting for them. They also have the likes of Kirby Moncopa, Mark Burgos, former Baby Tamaraws. But on the other side of the floor, talking about the Fighting Eagles Nagoya, they are one of Japan's most established basketball clubs, founded all the way back in 1957, and they bring nearly 7 decades of basketball tradition to our World Invitational Tournament. So imagine, they have been around for quite a while. And the club actually captured the 2021 to 2022 B2 Championship and earned promotion to the B1 League, which is Japan's premier professional basketball league, and where it continues to compete against the country's top teams. And we'll look to test the waters too if they still have, figure things out. But again, we'll be beginning in a few moments, so hold on to your seats, grab your popcorn. This should be a good one. And once again, this is the NSAC World Invitational.
May we request both teams to proceed now. To their respective benches for the call-out. Both teams proceed now to your respective benches for the call. Quadruple header featuring the Fighting Eagles Nagoya in the FEU Tamaraws. Let's welcome in first, representing Japan, the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. Number 1, Nelson Phillips. Number 3, Tres Tinkle. Number 7, Haruki Ito. Number 9, Rico Otsunomiya. Number 10, Tensho Sugimoto. Number 11, Hikaru Chokioka. Number 12, Katsuki Hiramatsu. Number 13, Daiichi Harima. Number 20, Francis Lopez. Number 21, Takaya Sasayama. Number 23, Yasuoka Yuto. Number 24, Taiga Kagitome. And number 33, Max Fiddler. Their head coach is Ruben Boykin. Give it up now, representing the Philippines, the FEU Tamaraws. Number 2, Clifford Tabok-Tabok. Number 3, Joric Bautista. Number 4, Alcen Bacapagal. Number 5, Jedrick Daa. Number 9, Paulo Galvez. Number 10, Rojan Montemayor. Number 13, Janrey Pasaol. Number 21, Adam Nakay. Number 25, Mark Burgos. Number 27, Joseph Rañeses. Number 31, Kirby Bongcopa. Number 33, Montel Shelton. Number 35, Mo Conate. Number 41, Sam Hall. Number 72, Luke Felipe. And number 77, Stephen Kabigting. Their head coach is Sean Chambers. Both teams please meet at center court for the sportsmanship handshake.
Once again, we're live inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Thank you very much for tuning in via One Sports, One Sports Plus, One Sports YouTube channel, and the Pilipinas Live app available for Filipinos everywhere. We have two teams at very different levels of the basketball ladder, but both with something to learn tonight. Again, as I mentioned a while ago, FEU trying to find out whether a young team like them, looking to contend next to AP Season 89, can hold their own against a professional team, just like the Fighting Eagles Nagoya, who, by the way, has a relatively new head coach in Ruben Boykin, only coaching for his second year. and they're looking to begin a new D1 season a couple of months from now. They also have new imports, by the way. And of course, right in the middle of those two worlds is Francis Lopez, again, once a UAP rival of these Tamaraws. Because when Francis Lopez was playing, I believe Janrey Bautista and Janrey Pasaol were also already playing for FEU that time. As we take a look at the starters for the Tamaraws, it's Pasaol and Bautista at the guard position. Konate and Moncopa for the forwards, Daa and their man at the middle. For Nagoya, it's Hiramatsu Yasuoka, Lopez. That's their starters here for Fighting Eagles Nagoya. Also have Fiedler, fielded in by Coach Boykin. So right now it's FEU basketball. They'll try to score the first field goal of this game. Konate unable to get a hold of it. Meanwhile, Janrey Bautista lights it up from deep. A good way to start the game for the FEU Tamaraws. A right wing triple coming from Janrey Bautista. And again, talking about the FEU Tamaraws, they actually have the most championships in UAP history with 20 men's basketball championships. As we check this out one more time, I'm sure Janrey Bautista and company will look for championship number 21 come season 89, as they have the reigning MVP, Janrey Pasaol, who is on the floor right now. Him and Janrey Bautista are in the backcourt for the Tamaraws. Meanwhile, Daa will overshoot it. The Fighting Eagles Nagoya this time will try to answer back, as FEU already hitting a three a while ago. Hiramatsu inside the paint. Fiedler this time to Phillips for three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Mo Konate. A chance for FEU to score their second field goal of the game. Nagoya still scoreless so far as Pasaol receives it. Janrey inside. Pasaol tried to finish with the right hand, and he gets fouled. So that's going to be two free throws coming up for the reigning UAP MVP, Janrey Pasaol. Very brave and fearless drive, despite the much bigger defender in front of him. We're talking about that championship number 20 for FEU. That came actually in UAP season 7-8 back in 2015 as Pasaol hits his first free throw. Mac Bello was finals MVP in that championship, and now he's an assistant coach, of course, reporting to Coach Sean Chambers, their head coach. And he was together with the likes of Roger Pogoy and Mike Tolomia in that championship number 20, again back in 2015. So almost 11 years after, FEU will look to get another championship, as the Fighting Eagles Nagoya have this possession. They're now down 5 points as we have 1.5 minutes passing by this first chapter. And we have a turnover called here on the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. So another chance for FEU to create more distance. So here comes Janrey Pasaol, guarded here by Hiramatsu. Pasaol to Bautista, back to Pasaol. Janrey back to Janrey. Oh, he steps out of bounds. So FEU will turn the ball over back to the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. And talking about the Fighting Eagles, they represent the Nagoya Aichi Prefecture, one of Japan's largest cities, and actually one of the country's strongest basketball regions. But their club's official hometown is Nagoya, hence the name Nagoya Fighting Eagles. As right now, it's Phillips with the basketball. Fiedler will try a three, that's short. So Nagoya still scoreless in our first period as Janrey Pasaol takes it all the way to the cup for easy 2 points. 7-0 is our score. 7-0 run here for the boys of Coach Sean Chambers. Hiramatsu outside, right side screen. Hiramatsu unable to hit the three for the Fighting Eagles. Janrey will bring it down. Hiramatsu assigned to defend him. Fiedler trying to prevent Konate from receiving it. Moncopa, though, inside, found himself free. And even though that was a good contest, that was a good mid-range, or rather mid-air adjustment for Kirby Moncopa, making it 9-0 in favor of his squad. Coach Ruben, no choice but to call a timeout. As it's 9-0, we'll be back for more NSAC World Basketball.
way too down right now. Let's pick it up on defense. Easy pass, easy pass, easy pass, easy drive, easy everything. Next thing, offensively, they're switching everything. Switching everything. Slip, 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 slip. And get to the doggone paint. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Come on.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, a while ago we saw Kirby Moncopa hit an acrobatic shot. Again, despite the contest, was able to adjust mid-air and score 2 points. And afterwards, Janrey Pasaol also scoring 2 points at the break, giving FEU a 9-0 advantage. But right now, the Fighting Eagles Nagoya with this possession. And although the professional B-League only began in 2016, the Fighting Eagles basketball program dates back all the way to 1957. So again, I've mentioned a while ago, 7 decades of basketball here being offered by the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. As they couldn't score a basket, but they will have 14 more seconds to work with here. And they'll try to figure things out here. Fiedler will try a 3, one of their world imports, but that won't go. FEU right now with a comfortable lead, 9-0. As we have 3 minutes passing by our opening chapter. Francis Lopez now in the floor for Coach Ruben Boykin. But right now we have a foul called on the Fighting Eagles. That's going to be team foul number 2 for them. So far, FEU not yet committing any foul. So we have a couple of substitutions here for Coach Ruben Boykin. It's Chokyoka checking in and Tinkle. So let's see if these combinations can work for Coach Ruben Boykin. Meanwhile, Konate takes it strong to the cup. He will miss, but Francis Lopez gets called for the foul, and that's going to be 2 free throws for Mo Konate. As we'll check it out one more time. Again, Mo Konate. Fearless drive to the hoop. And despite owning more championships than anyone, FEU has not won the championship in the UAP since 2015. So that's actually an interesting contrast, because arguably they're the league's most decorated program in terms of overall championships. But they're currently trying to rediscover their championship form, which who knows might come season 89. But for now, it's going to be 2 out of 2 on that trip from the free throw line for Mo Konate, making it a double-digit lead for them now. The Fighting Eagles still with no basket. Tinkle from the corner, still nothing for Nagoya. So Bautista and company will look to add more damage. Bautista against Chokyoka. Bautista looking for an opening, couple of hezzies, sends it outside. Cabunilas for 3, that's money for Cabs Cabunilas. He is the UAAP Season 88 Boys Basketball MVP and Finals MVP. So we actually have 2 MVPs in that Tamaraws roster. Janrey for the Seniors Division and Cabs for the Juniors Division. As right now we see a triple from Nagoya Fighting Eagles, courtesy of Ryuto Yasuoka. So that is actually the first basket of Nagoya in our game. So I've mentioned a while ago, FEU looking to test the waters, try to see if they can hold their own against a professional team. It looks like we have, an early answer, but of course we still have a long game to go. So let's see how Nagoya will adjust. But right now it's Burgos miscalculating the pass. Tinkle able to get it inside to Lopez. Francis Lopez inside the paint of the cut. Beautiful pass from Tinkle. And Lopez, not disappointing, scoring the second basket of Nagoya this period. Meanwhile, Mo Konate turning the ball over, was looking for a foul, but our officials did not give him one. So we'll check this out one more time. Again, Tinkle finding the open Francis Lopez. And we'll talk about him more later. But right now, it's 14-5, a 9-point lead for Far Eastern University. Meanwhile, the fadeaway 3, that's in once again for Ryuto Yasuoka. As we're nearing the 5-minute mark of our opening chapter, Bautista hounded here. Joric trying to go to work outside. Cabunilas, another try on the triple, but that won't go. Here comes the Fighting Eagles Nagoya in transition. That's a basket for them. Once again, it's Yasuoka Ryuto scoring, trimming this lead to just 4 points, 14-10. Coach Sean Chambers calling a timeout. Again, Ryuto Yasuoka in transition. I believe that's his 3rd basket of the game. Again, making it just a 4-point difference between them and the Tamaraws. And we'll be back for more NSAC World Invitational basketball.
Mamaya pag-uwi ko. Mamaya pag-uwi.
14-10 is our score. 4-point lead for the Far Eastern University Tamaraws. Coach Sean Chambers at the helm of this FEU squad. He is one of the most famous imports in PBA history. He has won 6 PBA championships with Alaska, including the legendary 1996 Grand Slam, and was named the 1996 Best Import too. So quite a resume. I'm sure there's more to that, but you know, that alone, that's already quite a resume for Coach Sean Chambers. And speaking of Coach Sean Chambers, it's his team now with the possession, as Pasaol getting fouled here. That's on Hikaru Chokyoka. So possession will be staying with the Tamaraws. It's going to be Jedrick Daa triggering the inbound from the sidelines, and he'll find Konate to start the possession for the Tamaraws. Meanwhile, Nagoya taking it away. And that's a 3-pointer, courtesy of Takaya Sasayama. Just like that, it's a 1-point game. 14-13, still in favor of the boys of Coach Sean Chambers. Mongkopa with the basketball. Mongkopa fading away off the glass. Oh, that's gonna roll in for Kirby Mongkopa against a much smaller defender in Hikaru Chokyoka. So it's back to a 3-point game, 16-13. Meanwhile, reverse lane is good. This time, courtesy of Tensho Sugimoto. Our score is 16-15. Still in favor of the Tamaraws, but we have some back and forth baskets here between the Tamaraws and the Fighting Eagles. As that's a foul called on Mo Konate. I believe that's on Tres Tinkle. As we'll check this out one more time again. Mongkopa taking advantage of the height difference between him and his defender. But a while ago, we also saw a burst of speed coming from Tensho Sugimoto, scoring 2 points off that Max Fiedler pass. Right now, it's FEU once again a chance to add to this 1-point lead with Mo Konate free throws. And we actually have a great FEU PBA crossover on the bench because Chambers was reunited at FEU with Tamaro legend Johnny Abarientos. So the two were longtime Alaska teammates and won 6 championships together. So, I mean, not to mention also Mac Bell on the bench, who also won a championship in the UAAP. So a lot of experience in this coaching staff. Not to mention, of course, yeah, Coach Mark Isip too, a former Tamaro himself. Coach Cholo Villanueva, also a former Tamaro himself. Right now, Fiedler, Utsunomiya, they pass it around. Utsunomiya with the basketball, finds Fiedler. Shot clock at 10 for the Fighting Eagles. Tres Tinkle steps out of bounds, and that's gonna be a turnover. So FEU will look to add to this 2-point lead, 17-15. As I've mentioned a while ago, the bench, Mac Bello, Cholo Añonueva, I'm sorry. Former Tamaraws. But we saw Janrey Pasaol score a basket for FEU. So right now it's a 2-possession lead here. Although Max Fiedler quick to answer back. Able to seal Montel Shelton that time around. But let's see how FEU will answer back. Mongkopa against Tinkle. This should be a good matchup. Oh, Mongkopa tried to send it to his teammate Pasaol, taken away here by Nagoya. And possession will stay with them after a messed up fast break attempt from the Fighting Eagles. As we'll check this out one more time. Again, Fiedler escaping Montel Shelton, having the heft advantage that time around. So it's just a 2-point game here, 19-17, as we see Cabs Camuniles check in for FEU. Fiedler still unable to hit the 3 here. Camuniles try to save the ball, crashing into the Nagoya bench, but looks like it's all okay. I mean, if you're Coach Sean Chambers, you gotta love the hustle from this young man. He's a rookie, by the way, an MVP of high school. That's Cabs Camuniles. So right now we have under 3 minutes left to play in our opening chapter, as we see Luke Felipe check in the game. Looking to provide some steady shooting here, but for now it's Cabs Camuniles with some free throws. First one won't go in for Cabs. And he is the first ever boys basketball player to win both the regular season MVP and finals MVP in the same season, which was last season, UAAP season 88. As he makes his second free throw, makes it a 3-point game in favor of his squad. 22-17. Utsunomiya. Outside pass, Fiedler to the corner. Sugimoto looking for an opening, steps back for 3. Oh, that's money as he backs it home. Another 3 here for Tensho Sugimoto. So we have a deadlock at 20, although a chance for FEU to reclaim the lead as Pasaol rushes to the other side, inside to Shelton. Montel Shelton, reverse, no good. Camuniles gets it back off the glass, he puts it back in. Some quick production here coming from Cabs Camuniles. Meanwhile, Fiedler, oh, what a beautiful pass, but Fiedler just couldn't finish. So a bullet dodged here by the Tamaraws, and a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Pasaol, hounded here by his defender. Janrey, no look pass. Montel Shelton will not disappoint. The Tamaraws make it a 2-possession lead for themselves, 24-20. Tres Tinkle bumping Janrey Pasaol, but Pasaol getting called for the blocking foul, as that's only the second team foul of FEU this period. Meanwhile, that no-look dish, Janrey Pasaol to Montel Shelton. You gotta love that sequence. I'm sure Coach Sean Chambers loves it. But right now we have 1.5 minutes remaining in our opening chapter. Nagoya trying to figure things out on offense. Fiedler against Felipe, inside to Tinkle. Tinkle quickly puts it up, that's short. Camuniles quickly grabs the rebound and goes to the other side. Camuniles hands it up to Joric. Bautista with the basketball. Joric rises up for a 3. That's no good. Rebound. Oh, taken away here by Rojan Montemayor. He's only seeing action for the first time this game. Joric with 8 to shoot. Bautista backing down Utsunomiya. Bautista, the fadeaway. That's money from the mid-range for Joric Bautista. So right now, it's a 6-point difference. The Fighting Eagles trying to cut this lead, and they will do just that. It's Tres Tinkle scoring a basket inside the paint off the cut. So right now, it's FEU with a basketball. Bautista rises for a 3. That's another bucket for Joric Bautista. That time around from the top of the arc, making it a 7-point advantage for the FEU Tamaraws. Right now, shot clock is off. We have 15 seconds remaining in our first quarter. Sasayama using the pick from Fiedler. High pass, Fiedler. Oh, lost it. Bautista picks it up. It's down to 3 seconds. Bautista to Felipe. He'll try a 3. And as the buzzer sounds, that's going to conclude our opening chapter. Our score, 29-22, a 7-point lead being earned here by the Far Eastern University Tamaraws. As I'm sure Coach Sean Chambers will remind them that this is far from over. Again, they're facing a professional team, so expect Nagoya to adjust in the areas that they should adjust to and find solutions to the problems that they had. It's only first quarter. We have 30 minutes of action ahead of us. So stay tuned, hold on to your seats. Once again, this is the NSAC World Invitational 2026. back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. As we'll begin our second quarter in a few moments. So far, it's 29-22. Janrey Pasaol and the FEU Tamaraws are leading by 7 points. Meanwhile, Max Fiedler and the rest of the Nagoya Fighting Eagles are trying to play catch-up. They've been struggling, but it's only a 7-point lead. Nothing to panic about if you're coach Ruben Boykin, as they'll have the first dibs of our second quarter. Talking about the Fighting Eagles Nagoya, their breakthrough actually came in 2021 to 2022 when they went 42-8 and won the B2 East Division and eventually captured the B2 Championship. So that same postseason actually gave them their first ever promotion to B1 in the B-League era. So that's quite an achievement for the Fighting Eagles Nagoya squad. And they finished the recent season, the recent 2025 to 2026 season, with an 18-42 record. So a lot of improvements to come, but you know that's the reason why they're here, to seek improvement. As right now they have 6 to work with. Phillips having a hard time against Bautista, although that's gonna go in anyway. Nelson Phillips knocking down that awkward shot over Joric Bautista, scoring the first 2 points of our second quarter. As we'll check this out one more time. Again, Nelson Phillips on that fadeaway shot. The 6'6" shooting guard from Warner Robins, Georgia, and one of the world imports of this Fighting Eagles Nagoya squad. So right now, FEU will try to answer back with their own field goal, as so far both teams only committing 1 team foul each. So it's going to be Adam Nakai triggering things here from the sidelines and quickly finds Pasaol. Joric on the right side of the arc finds Konate. Konate against Fiedler. Konate denied by Phillips. It goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Tamaraws. Coach Ruben Boykin arguing that it should be Nagoya basketball. But we'll check this out one more time. Again, Nelson Phillips denying Mo Konate of that shot inside of paint, and they'll need more of those if they want to stop someone like Mo Konate. But right now, it's Janrey Pasaol with that bump and the runner. You gotta love those kinds of moves from Janrey Pasaol. Those steady inside shots, because we're used to seeing him at full speed. But right now, he'll have to defend this Nagoya possession, as that's a 3, courtesy of Taiga Kagitomi. Trimming down this lead to just 4 points, 31-27. And talking about the FEU Tamaraws, last season 8-8, they finished extremely strong, going 5-2 in the second round and winning its final 3 games to finish 7-7. And they only missed the final 4 game by 1 place. So FEU's postseason fate literally came down to another game. Janrey Pasaol was a big part of that. But on the other side, it was a 3-pointer for Taiga Kagitomi of the Nagoya Fighting Eagles. 11 to shoot here for the Tamaraws. So again, talking about the Tamaraws, they were able to beat UST in their elimination round finale to reach 7-7, but LaSalle's win over Ateneo later that day eliminated the Tamaraws. So it could have been a Final Four spot for them that time around, but maybe it wasn't meant for them. Who knows, maybe season 89 will be a different story for Coach Sean Chambers and the rest of his squad. But right now, it's going to be defense here for FEU as they try to defend this Nagoya possession. Phillips will try a 3. That's money from downtown. Nelson Phillips hitting that 3. So he actually attended Troy University in Troy, Alabama, and has experience in the NCAA Division I. So if you're Coach Sean Chambers, that's definitely one guy you'd watch out for as FEU right now with the possession. Mongkopa to Pasaol. Janrey almost turns the ball over, quickly recovers. Shot clock at 5. Janrey going to work. Pasaol fading away from 3. But that is no good. Nagoya quickly going to the other side. Phillips receives it. Phillips, crossover move, attacks the lane, finishes with the left hand. And that is NCAA Division I basketball for you. He actually tied an NCAA record with 13 steals in one game while playing for Troy University back in 2022. And actually averaged 2 steals per game in his final college season. Again, talking about Nelson Phillips of the Nagoya Fighting Eagles. So again, he's someone that Coach Sean Chambers should keep an eye out for. Meanwhile, Pasaol will misfire on that fadeaway. Another chance for the Fighting Eagles Nagoya to make something happen on offense. Phillips will try from downtown. One more time for Nelson Phillips. We've been talking about him. We've been talking about his defense. Again, he has a record in the NCAA Division I with 13 steals. But right now, we're seeing offense from him as that's a left wing three-pointer from Nelson Phillips, making it a 4-point advantage for his squad. And no choice but for Coach Sean Chambers to call a timeout. We'll be back after a short break.
Yeah, so let him go and let him go through it. Hey, no matter, even if you're tired, you got to get back right now. It's more than a shot than getting back on defense and make sure we get that back under there. We're trying to rotate you guys in and out of there, so you got to just work at that end. Make him, don't give up a shot like that. But just make sure, and then let Jedrick seal, and then we go in there from there. All right.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. I believe that's Tenry University or maybe Formosa University in attendance, enjoying some NSAC World Invitational basketball. So right now it's 35-31, 4-point lead here for Fighting Eagles Nagoya. But they'll have to defend first this FEU possession as FEU will have an opportunity to trim down this deficit. Shot clock at 9 for Bautista and company. Jodic inside the paint, taken away here by the Fighting Eagles. Hiramatsu. This time it's Tinkle for 3. That's no good. Nelson Phillips tried to slam it back in. But that's going to be a foul instead. So again, in the early parts of the game, Nelson Phillips was, quite nonchalant. Didn't really feel his presence, but as of late, he has been producing for Nagoya. So again, if you're Coach Sean Chambers, you should definitely watch out for this 6'6" swingman, once again from Warner Robins, Georgia, and attended Troy University back in Troy, Alabama, and is head coached by this guy currently, Coach Ruben Boykin, who actually spent 6 seasons as an assistant coach with Osaka Evesa before, coaching this team for 2026 to 2027, and actually has a long professional playing career in Europe and Japan. So it's a good thing to know that both coaches of Nagoya and FEU have playing careers. They actually have both playing careers in Asia. So that's one interesting similarity between Coach Sean Chambers and Coach Ruben Boykin. As right now, it's Kirby Moncopa going to work the fadeaway for Kirby. That'll bounce out. Cabunilas gets it back. Cabs to Kirby. Shot clock at 11. FEU has time to work with. Konate missing at the doorstep, will put it back in for 2 points. So it's down to a 4-point game. So far, FEU committing 2 team fouls. Nagoya with only 1. Well, we see an offensive foul here called by our officials. So that's on Tres Tinkle. So over 5 minutes remaining in our second chapter here. Again, a while ago, it's Mo Konate putting it back in for 2 points, trimming it to just a 4-point game. And talking about the FEU Tamaraws, did you know that Vince Carter actually visited the FEU campus in 2005 and put on an FEU jersey and even played a friendly game of horse with no other than Arwin Santos? So I bet you didn't know that, or maybe some of the younger fans didn't. As we see Mo Konate hit a fadeaway, score 2 points for FEU once again, makes it just a 1-possession game as Tres Tinkle has it. Tinkle fading away. That's a basket, able to answer back with a zone version of 2 points. As we approach the halfway mark of our second chapter, Konate, this time to Bautista. Jorik bringing it down for FEU. Luke Felipe from downtown. That's going to be short. Rebound pulled down here by Tinkle. Quickly gives it up to Harima. Harima with the bump against Moncopa and able to score 2 in transition. So right now it's a 6-point lead in favor of the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. But let's see what FEU has in mind. Bautista quickly fires for 3. Jorik Bautista continuing to make damage. Meanwhile, it's 41-38. 3-point lead by this team, Nagoya. Tres Tinkle against the young Cabunilas. Outside, they try a 3. That's short. Tinkle gets it back. So that was Ryuto Yasuoka trying a 3. He hit a couple of those a while ago. As we'll see it one more time. That basket a while ago from Tres Tinkle, and then Harima bumping off, shrugging off Kirby Moncopa. On the other side, it was Jorik Bautista hitting a 3 from the left wing, making it just a 3-point game, 41-38. As we're past the 5-minute mark, we're now approaching our 4-minute mark. And Nagoya gets called for a traveling violation. So talking about the FEU Tamaraws, they actually have a remarkable lineage of guards. I've mentioned a while ago Johnny Ambarrientos. We have the likes of R.R. Garcia, Terence Romeo, Mike Tolomia, LJ Gonzalez, and now Jorik Bautista and Janrey Pasaol. So safe to say that has been quite a theme for the past couple of years for these Tamaraws. As Moncopa attacks the lane and scores and puts it in off a dramatic fashion. Just like that, it's a 1-point game, 41-40. Tres Tinkle from downtown, able to answer back and makes it a 4-point lead once again, a 2-possession lead for his squad. Moncopa, lost it. Taken away here by Chokyoka. And he will say goodbye. Scoring 2 points in transition makes it a 6-point game. So that's Hikaru Chokyoka elevating that lead as we have over 3 minutes left to play. Meanwhile, it's Luke Felipe on the other side of the floor. High floater won't go. Rebound picked up here by Nagoya. So here comes Francis Lopez in transition. High pickup, attacks the lane, denied by Konate. Meanwhile, on the other side, Cabs Cabunilas, touchdown. Able to chase that basketball and quickly score 2 points. However, Yasuoka was able to launch a shot. Good thing for FEU, that did not go in. So lead is at 4 points, still in favor of Nagoya. FEU right now setting things up. Sam Hall seeing action for the first time this game. Konate on the right wing against Francis Lopez. Konate fading away off the glass. It works for Mo Konate. He has been feeling it this game. So far has 9 points and 3 rebounds. As Nagoya will miss that time around, and finally a chance for FEU to either tie the game up or take the lead with a 3. Sam Hall brings it down. Konate with the basketball. Moncopa outside. Kirby handling it, will attack off the glass. It goes in for Kirby Moncopa, tying this one up at 46 all. Meanwhile, Harima hits a 3, and just like that, once again, the Fighting Eagles Nagoya reclaim the lead, 49-46. It looks like FEU will once again try to trim things down or tie the game up with a 3. Sam Hall attacking. Sam Hall denied by Francis Lopez. Another day in the office for Francis Lopez, showcasing us some defense. But a while ago, we saw Kirby Moncopa finish high off the glass for 2 points. And on the other side, quick to retrieve the lead was Nagoya. And on the other side, it's Francis Lopez making a highlight for himself, a denial that time around. And talking about the Far Eastern University Tamaraws, their mascot isn't purely symbolic, as they've been involved in Tamaraw conservation efforts in Mindoro. including partnerships and programs aimed at preserving the endangered animal that is again the tamaraw and its habitat. So again, it's not purely symbolic. They actually make efforts in making the lives of tamaraws more comfortable here in the Philippines. Speaking of tamaraws, Janrey Pasaol sends it inside. That's a basket for Makapagal, who's only seeing action for the first time this game too. So good to see Coach Sean Chambers really give his other guys a chance. But we see Tres Tinkle live up to his name, putting up a three-pointer, making it a 4-point lead. A two-possession game once again, as we're down to the last minute of our first half. Makapagal. Oh, wait a minute, we have an offensive foul here on Makapagal. Coach Sean Chambers not happy with that sequence. As we'll check this out one more time. Pasaol locating the open. Alcin Makapagal for 2 points. Unselfish basketball being played here by FEU, although we saw Tres Tinkle as well hit a three-pointer just when FEU thought they were inching closer to Nagoya. Those kinds of things happen. But right now, talking about the Fighting Eagles Nagoya, the club explains that while Nagoya is famous for the Nagoya Cochin chicken, their mascot, the eagle, is viewed as king of the birds and symbol of strength. That is why they've chosen the eagle part of their name. But the fighting part was chosen to express the desire to keep fighting and winning. And that time it was Tres Tinkle fighting for a basket but was unable to put it in. So that's 2 free throws coming up for Tres Tinkle, as first free throw goes in for him. And he's actually a huge college name, as he is Oregon State University's all-time leading scorer with 2,233 points, and also finished second in school history in rebounds and had 96 consecutive games of double-digit scoring games. So quite a resume for Tres Tinkle. But I'm sure FEU will not let themselves be intimidated by those kinds of experiences. Again, they're facing a professional team, so that is expected. As we'll check this out one more time. Again, a lot of activity between Makapagal and Lopez. Actually, the bigs and the forwards of both FEU and Nagoya really proving to be physical. As Kirby has it, Mongkopa fading away. No good. Lopez picks it up. So here comes the Fighting Eagles. Chukyoka searching for options. Chukyoka this time against Mongkopa. Yasuoka inside to Tinkle. Tres Tinkle, the spin, the shot. A basket here for Tres Tinkle just before our first half ends. Again, he is Oregon State University's all-time leading scorer. And that's just another basket of many for him. Again, Tres Tinkle going to work in the dying seconds of our opening half. So far, it's 55-48. It's a 7-point advantage being earned here by the Nagoya Fighting Eagles. And hold on to your seats, we're far from over. We still have 20 minutes of action after our halftime break. But for now, it's again 55-48. We'll be back for more. And at the half, it's 55-48, a 7-point advantage being earned here by the Fighting Eagles Nagoya over the former Eastern University Tamaraws. And it has been quite a first half. Again, we saw FEU a while ago try to defend Nagoya, keep them scoreless in the first quarter, although it ended at 11-0. And of course, Fighting Eagles also tried to find their footing early, but we saw the likes of Nelson Phillips really put on a show for around the second quarter. The likes of Trestinkel also contributing. We also saw some three-pointers coming from Chukyoka. We also saw Harima and Yasuoka contribute some. So those are the names that FEU will try to look out for. Of course, aside from the name that is Francis Lopez. But right now, we take a look at our halftime numbers. So far, both teams shooting a relatively good percentage. More than half of their shots have been falling in. 55% for FEU, 58% for the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. Although it has been the Tamaraws grabbing more rebounds, proving to have more hustle, at least showcasing more hustle inside the paint. But in terms of the dimes, the assists, the way they circulate the ball on offense, the Fighting Eagles Nagoya has been doing a better job in that department. Not to mention the defense as well, specifically in taking away the basketball and taking advantage of those steals, those sequences. So that's going to be one thing to look out for if you're FEU, as you're trailing by 7 points. So far, it's Joric Bautista, the only Tamaraw to score in double figures for them. Konate has 9, Cabunilas, Moncopa, Pasaol has 8. But on the other side, Tinkle and Phillips scoring in double figures, 13 for Tinkle, 12 for Nelson Phillips. So again, I've mentioned a while ago, Phillips is a guy that can get hot anytime, considering that he was trying to find his footing on the first part of the game, but now has 12 points all of a sudden. So that's going to be one thing to watch out for if you're the Tamaraws. But again, for now, we'll be taking a short break again. This is, once again, the NSAC World Invitational. Hold on to your seats. More basketball coming your way. You're still tuning in to the NSAC World Invitational 2026. Again, this match is between the Far Eastern University Tamaraws and the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. So far, it's a 7-point lead being earned here by the Fighting Eagles Nagoya after our first half, but our second half will begin in a few moments. I'm talking about the FEU Tamaraws. A while ago, we've mentioned that they so far have 20 championships in the seniors division of the UAAP, but they also have 10 championships in the baby Tamaraws. So that's in the boys basketball division. So safe to say that the senior program isn't just rebuilding exclusively through outside recruitment. It also has a championship caliber junior pipeline underneath it. You know, again, the likes of Janrey Pasaol playing for them, former baby Tamaraws. But on the other side of the floor, we've mentioned Coach Ruben Boykin. In addition to the teams that he played professionally in Japan, including Akita, Nara, Tokuzi, and Shibuya. He also played for teams in Poland, Italy, Greece, and Germany. So that's quite a resume for Coach Ruben Boykin. Again, we've mentioned Coach Sean Chambers' resume too a while ago. He was nicknamed Mr. 100% because of his effort and work ethic. It's safe to say FEU has been giving their 100%. But right now, they'll have to give that same energy in defense as they'll try to prevent, I was about to say, try to prevent Nagoya from scoring the first basket of our second half, but Hiramatsu will score that triple to open things up in our second half. Janrey Pasaol with the basketball. Nelson Phillips chasing him. Pasaol fouled on the act of driving inside a cup. So that's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Janrey Pasaol. Again, under the guidance of Coach Sean Chambers. And talking about the 23-year-old 5'11" point guard from Davao City, he is the reigning MVP of the UAAP. And only the 8th Tamaraw to win UAAP MVP, aside from Joselino Roa in 1961, Anthony Williams in 1981, Glenn Capascio in 1983, Johnny Abarendos in 1991, Arvin Santos back in 04 and 05, R.R. Garcia in 2010, and Terence Romeo in 2013. So quite an elite group here for Janrey Pasaol, who so far has 9 points in this game. So it's 58-49. That's a 9-point difference. Lopez to Hiramatsu. Da on him. Hiramatsu attacks. No good on the scoop. Fiedler will get it back for Nagoya. Fiedler looking for an opening. Yasuoka. This time against Bautista. Right side pass. Hiramatsu to Fiedler. One-hander will work for Max Fiedler and Nagoya, as they'll make it an 11-point lead in favor of their squad. FEU will look for their first basket of our third quarter. That's going to be no good for Bautista, although there's Mo Conate cleaning things up for the Tamaraws. So it's back to a single-digit game. Meanwhile, Nelson Phillips will have something to say about that. So that's 15 points in total now for Nelson Phillips. Again, him and Tres Tinkle have NCAA Division I experience back in the US. And that is perhaps one of the many reasons why Nagoya is leading right now by 12 points, 63-51, as we have almost 2 minutes passing by our third chapter. As we'll check this out one more time. A while ago, it was Mo Conate cleaning things up here for the Tamaraws, although Nelson Phillips quick to ruin the fun for the Tamaraws, hitting a 3-pointer, making it a 12-point advantage. Oh, wait a minute, we have Adam Nakai stepping out of bounds. That 3 actually went in, so that's going to be a bummer for FEU, as right now they badly needed that conversion. They're trailing by 12 points. Nagoya right now looking to add to that lead. Francis Lopez pulls up. No good on that mid-range jumper. And we have some activity between Fiedler and Moncopa, as FEU will get it. And talking about the FEU Tamaraws, Again, first this sequence, I believe that was Da and Nelson Phillips, not Mongkopa and Fiedler. So right now, it's FEU with a possession. Da. This time it's Pasaol. Janrey tries a three. No good in the long bomb attempt. Da will get it back. Great save for Nakai. Mongkopa converts. So it's a 10-point game, 63-53. Still in favor of Nagoya, but we have almost 3 minutes passing by as that three is no good. Coming from Yasuoka Ryuto. This time it's Jedrick Da putting one up. Greatly bothered there by Max Fiedler. On the other side, Nagoya has it. Fiedler unable to pick it up. Da able to get it back for FEU. Pasaol, he was unable to convert, although he gets the foul and he's going to be shooting 2 free throws as Nagoya has no more fouls to give. We'll check it out one more time again. Adam Nakai with a great save. Da receiving it. Mongkopa not disappointing his 2 teammates who showcased some hustle. Speaking of hustle, that time it was Da saving the basketball, leading to this Janrey free throws. So talking about Janrey Pasaol, he is the brother of former UE Red Warrior Alvin Pasaol, who was famously known for scoring 49 points in a single UAAP game, that time against the De La Salle University Green Archers. And he has also represented the Philippines in the 3x3 setup, playing for Gilas Pilipinas at the 2025 SEA Games in Thailand. As that free throw goes in as well for Janrey Pasaol. So it makes it an 8-point difference as Rojan Montemayor checks in. Chukyoka with the basketball. Nagoya up by 8 points. Chukyoka losing it. Bautista now with the leather. Jorik looking for an opening. Bautista to Cabs. Cabunilas back to Jorik. Bautista for 3. That's overcooked, so possession will go back to the Fighting Eagles. And talking about the Nagoya Fighting Eagles, they actually run a Red Eagle donation program with the funds going to Higashiyama Zoo to support its bald eagle sponsorship and conservation activities. So that's a good theme between these 2 teams. Again, FEU trying to help in preserving the Tamaraw, an endangered species here in the Philippines. And same goes with the Fighting Eagles Nagoya, trying to help also conserve the bald eagle species as it's also endangered too. Right now, 8-point lead here for the Fighting Eagles Nagoya as they'll defend this FEU possession. Jorik Bautista with the basketball. And this should be a good matchup. Both scorers. Bautista against Phillips. Cabunilas against Lopez. Jorik, the screen here. Outside pass taken away. Meanwhile, Francis Lopez will slam it home. Francis Lopez in transition. And did you know that he is actually nicknamed LeBron, as that dates back to his youth and his explosive above the rim play. And speaking of above the rim, that was Nelson Phillips trying to challenge the defense of Cabs Cabunilas, but was fouled on his way to the cup. So that's 2 free throws coming up. But first, this sequence, this slam coming from Francis Lopez all the way from Diliman. As you know, he attended the University of the Philippines in college. Afterwards, it was Nelson Phillips getting fouled. So 2 free throws coming up for Nelson Phillips. We've talked about Nelson Phillips a while ago, about his college career, but now let's talk about Francis Lopez. Again, he was a UAAP Season 87 champion with UP and was actually the UAAP Season 86 Rookie of the Year as well. And he actually also represented Gilas Pilipinas at the senior level and made his senior national team debut at only 18 years old. I believe making him one of the youngest ever to suit up for Gilas Pilipinas. So again, another similarity between FEU and Nagoya. Francis Lopez previously played for Gilas. Same goes with Janrey Pasaol for the 3x3 team. Same goes with Gabs Cabunilas too, in the Batang Gilas program. As Adam Nakay will try a 3 and he hits it from the top of the arc. Makes it just a 9-point game, so we're back to a single-digit difference. Let's see how the Fighting Eagles will approach this one. Oh, that was a beautiful pass. Max Fiedler threading the needle that time around. But it was Ryoto Yasuoka who just couldn't finish. But first, the sequence a while ago from Adam Nakay, making it just a single-digit difference. Speaking of Adam Nakay, he is Filipino-Japanese. So, you know, another connection between Nagoya and FEU. As first free throw won't go in for Ryoto Yasuoka. Second free throw coming up for Ryoto Yasuoka. He's actually an Olympian, as he represented Japan in 3x3 basketball. So that's another connection, this time between two Fighting Eagles. He represented Japan in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics and became the first Olympian also in his university, Edogawa University. So really a lot of connections between the players, you know, between the coaches as well, both inside the team and from their opponents. As right now, FEU is facing a 10-point deficit. Pasaol with the basketball, and we're past the 5-minute mark of our third quarter. Cabunilas attacking the lane. Cabunilas finishing with his left hand. Cabs Cabunilas continuing to go to work. So far has 10 points in this game, with 3 rebounds as well, as Nagoya will fail to score a basket here. But a chance for FEU to trim down this 8-point deficit. Pasaol setting up the offense for Far Eastern University. Pasaol tried to finish with the right hand but was short. Here comes Nagoya. Francis Lopez in transition. It's back to Yasuoka for 3. He hits it from downtown. Ryuto Yasuoka once again, this time from the right slot, making it an 11-point lead. Once again, a double-digit advantage for the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. Konate was fouled here by Max Fiedler. So possession here will stay with the FEU Tamaraws. But first, this sequence a while ago, Cabs Cabunilas challenging the defense of Max Fiedler. But on the other side, it was Ryuto Yasuoka hitting a 3, making it once again a double-digit lead for the visiting antagonists all the way from Nagoya, Japan. But right now, it's Mo Konate at the free throw line as he takes his first free throw, but that won't go in. Second free throw coming up for the 21-year-old 6'10" center. And he will miss the second free throw, so it stays at 11 points. Talking about the lead here. Meanwhile, that's no good at the 3. Pasaol getting fouled here by Tres Tinkle. So that's going to be 2 more free throws here for FEU and Janrey Pasaol. So we'll check it out one more time. Again, it was Tres Tinkle caught red-handed for that foul. It's 2 free throws here for FEU, a chance to make it just a single-digit difference. First free throw is in for Janrey Pasaol. And talking about Janrey, he has already proven himself against the best collegiate players in the Philippines. So I believe tonight presents a different question. How does the reigning UAAP MVP look against seasoned professionals from Japan? Again, like the likes of Max Fiedler, Tres Tinkle, Nelson Phillips. It's another challenge here for the likes of, or for the like of Janrey Pasaol, who is an UAAP MVP. Right now, it's the Nagoya Fighting Eagles trying to figure things out on offense. They're up here by 9 points, as Tinkle couldn't score on that jumper. Konate pulls down the rebound. Pasaol quickly asks for it, as he will set up the offense for the Tamaraws. And of course, if you're Coach Sean Chambers as well, this is exactly what you wanted from a matchup like this, because you already know Pasaol could control a UEAP game. That time it was Luke Felipe scoring a basket. Again, you already know Janrey Pasaol can control a UEAP game, but you know, can he dictate one against professional competition, like a team against a team like these guys, the Nagoya Fighting Eagles? As that's gonna go out of bounds, and possession will go back to the Tamaraws. They're only down by 7 points now. Again, Luke Felipe a while ago was able to find an opening. Also a former baby Tamaraw himself. So a lot of baby Tamaraws, former baby Tamaraws in this roster for Coach Sean Chambers. Again, I've mentioned a while ago that they have a solid juniors pipeline underneath their seniors program. As Joric Bautista, also another baby Tamaraw. Cabonilas recovers it for FEU. Joric attacks Bautista with the one-hander off the back iron. Ends up with Kagitomi. Tinkle. Kagitomi back to Tinkle. Nagoya trying to set up things on offense. Tinkle against Konate. And he'll draw the foul here. The 2 free throws will be given here to Tres Tinkle. Again, Tinkle a while ago thought it had an opening, but Konate quick to stop him, but that's a foul. So 2 free throws here coming up for Tres Tinkle. I've mentioned that he was Oregon State University's all-time leading scorer a while ago. His father, Wayne Tinkle, was actually his head coach at Oregon State. And he also played professionally in Italy, France, Spain, and Turkey, as well as with the Raptors 905 in the NBA G League. So that resume is no joke as well. Although right now, his team is up by 8 points. So if they want to add more distance to that lead, he'll have to deliver more. Right now, it's FEU with the possession. Luke Felipe against Nelson Phillips. Burgos attacks the lane. Awkward shot denied by Tinkle. 9-point advantage for Nagoya. A chance to add to that lead. And they do just that. As that 3 went in off a lucky bounce for Taiga Kagitomi. It's a 12-point lead now. FEU really struggling to inch closer to Nagoya. Right now, it's Luke Felipe. Gives it up to Moncopa. Inside the paint, give and go action here for the boys of Coach Sean Chambers. Luke Felipe not disappointing. And credits also to Kirby Moncopa for that beautiful dish. Meanwhile, Nelson Phillips on the other side, quick to go to work. Scoring 2 more points so far, has 19 in this game along with 2 rebounds and a single dime. 12-point lead by Nagoya here as we have 35 seconds remaining in our 3rd quarter. Luke Felipe will score 1 more time, as he has been getting a couple of baskets here. So far has 4 points in this game. Nelson Phillips against Burgos. An interesting matchup here. Tough assignment for Burgos, but they have the switch. Phillips against Moncopa. Phillips unable to get the basket. Oh, he'll get it back. Nelson Phillips. Oh, steps out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover. A chance for the Tamaraws to score the last basket of our 3rd quarter. Again, we saw a while ago, Nelson Phillips stepped on the baseline. So a good chance here for the boys of Coach Sean Chambers to score the last basket of our 3rd quarter. We have 4 seconds remaining. Janrey attacks. Janrey all the way to the cup for 2 points. And that's going to conclude our first 3 quarters. Janrey Pasaol scoring the last basket of our 3rd quarter. Quick 2 points for him. Able to trim this lead down to just 8 points. Able to escape Nelson Phillips as well with a burst of speed. And hopefully he's all okay. He's walking to the bench right now. But nonetheless, I'm sure he's happy with that last second production. It's 78 to 70, 8-point lead by Nagoya. We'll be back for more basketball. back inside a Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Our score 78-70, an 8-point deficit being faced here by the FEU Tamaraws, although they will have a chance to score the first field goal of our fourth quarter as they set up the offense here for the first possession of our fourth quarter. Felipe short on that one-hander. As you can see the dismay on the young man's face. Meanwhile, that's going to be a fumble here at the fast break for Nagoya. So FEU will have a chance to redeem themselves. Pasaol setting up the offense for them. Tinkle tasked to guard Pasaol. Janrey this time against Fiedler. Janrey for 3. That's off. Daa gets it back. Jedrick Daa finds Mongkopa outside and FEU will reset. Janrey attacks. Janrey couldn't score. Fiedler greatly bothering him that time around. As this time it's Nagoya searching for offense, searching for their first basket of our fourth quarter. Outside. Utsunomiya stops. Left side pass to the corner. They'll try a 3. Basket and one at the from the corner. So that's Daichi Harima able to score despite the foul from Janrey Pasaol. Getting fouled on the act of shooting. Again, Daichi Harima, a chance to make it a 4-point play. And once again, the Fighting Eagles Nagoya up by double digits. So Harima will be shooting 2 free throws here. So far, he has 8 points in this game with that 3-pointer. Also has 2 rebounds and a single dime. And he will make that free throw, so 4-point plays completed. A total of 9 points for him, and more importantly, a 12-point lead now for the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. Mongkopa with the basketball. Kirby crossing over, fading away. 15-footer won't go for him. And Daa tried to save it. Tres Tinkle not agreeing with the call from our officials. But our officials say that it's Tamaraws basketball. So 14 more seconds here for the Tamaraws to try to come up with something, trim down this 12-point deficit. Mongkopa, the handoff to Jorik. Bautista fading away. Bautista gets that one to go. So it's back to a 10-point game. Jorik Bautista continuing to produce for his squad. So far has 13 points in this outing. Outside it's Sasayama. Inside find, Fiedler. Outside again. Tinkle for 3. No good on the triple. Everybody going at it. But right now it's Kirby, Mongkopa and company. A chance to make it just a single-digit difference. Mongkopa against a much smaller defender in Utsunomiya. Outside again, Jedrick Daa for 3. That's no good. And here comes Nagoya at the break. Inside the paint, Harima tried it high off the glass, but to clean things up, there was Max Fiedler. Timeout called here by Coach Sean Chambers as his team is down by 12 points. We'll check this out one more time. Again, Jorik Bautista with a pivot and a fadeaway. That was his 13th point of the game, although unfortunately for the Tamaraws, it was Max Fiedler scoring a basket off that putback. So we'll be back after this short break. More NSAC basketball coming shortly.
What's that? 3-point. Doyle, so we got to get into a 4-set win mode right now. 4 play. 4.
Automatic.
Right away into it.
Right away.
Seal. Kirby.
Kirby.
We're right into it.
4 up.
He's going to dribble over you, lift up. Lift up, and then go into it. Got it? Go Seal first. Wait till he gets it. Don't go early.
Let's go.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. So far, it's 84-72. A 12-point advantage for the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. So right now, it's the FEU Tamaraws looking to trim things down here. Bautista a while ago scored his 13th point of the game. Meanwhile, it's Konate inside the paint against Fiedler. Oh, that's going to be a foul downstairs. So that basket will not count. Although I'm sure Coach Sean Chambers and the rest of his boys really needed that one. Nonetheless, that was an impressive pass as well from Kirby Mongkopa. So 14-second redo here for FEU. Mongkopa outside against Tinkle. Kirby against Tres Tinkle. Mongkopa going to work. Shifting gears, he will lose the basketball. And Tinkle playing great defense, although Cabs Cabuniles taking it away. Was looking for a foul as well. Feeder taking it away this time for Nagoya. Oh, what a pass inside, what a fake. Couple of fakes here, couple of passes, and then ends up with a Tres Tinkle two-pointer inside the paint, making it a 4-point advantage for Fighting Eagles Nagoya. Jedrick Taa, no good on the pull-up. Fighting Eagles now with a possession. Sasayama. This time it's Feeder. The three here, Harima, no good. And Konate able to grab that rebound for FEU. So far, the Tamaraws struggling as they've only scored 2 points in our fourth quarter compared to 8 points of the Fighting Eagles Nagoya, resulting to this 14-point difference. Mark Burgos checking in for Coach Sean Chambers. Right now, Jorik Bautista with a basketball. Jorik lost it. It goes out of bounds. The possession will stay with FEU. They'll have 8 seconds to work with. So the Davao City native will be triggering things here from the baseline. Bautista. I'll try to find Da. Taken away here by Nagoya. Harima. Try to send it to Tinkle. Taken away by Da. FEU once again with a chance to redeem themselves, and Dao will receive a foul here. As we're past the 6-minute mark of our game. So far, it's 3 team fouls for the Fighting Eagles Nagoya compared to 1 only of FEU. As Konate has it, we'll hand it off to Janrey Pasaol. Try to set it outside, it goes out of bounds. Pasaol from the baseline finds Da. Successful alley-oop play here between Jedrick Da and Janrey Pasaol, 2 former Baby Tamaraws teammates who also won the UAP Season 85 Juniors Division Championship. Right now, it's Tres Tinkle attacking the lane off the glass. It works, taking Cabs Cabuniles to school. Again, Tres Tinkle has one heck of a resume. Again, played in the Raptors 905 from the NBA G League. Also played professionally in Italy, France, Spain, and Turkey. So imagine someone like Cabs Cabuniles, a rookie coming out of high school, facing that kind of talent. But we saw Jedrick Da a while ago sky high for that alley-oop finish. And then that's the play we've been talking about. Tres Tinkle taking Cabs Cabuniles to school, showcasing him what it means to play in the NBA G League. And speaking of playing in high-level leagues, we also have Francis Lopez playing for Overtime Elite back in 2021. And that class actually included future NBA stars Ahmed Osar Thompson, but was unable to join the league because of US visa issues. As Jedrick now will knock down that free throw, it makes it just a 12-point difference, 88-76. As we're nearing the 5-minute mark of our quarter number 4. Hiramatsu. Nagoya here, trying to figure things out on offense. Fiedler hands it off. Nelson Phillips, the pull-up inside the key, off to the left, rebound. Pulled down here by Burgos. He's up against Francis Lopez. Burgos having a hard time crossing half court. He will give it up to Janrey. Pasaol inside the paint to Konate. Couple of fakes. Tapped away here by Max Fiedler. As we'll check this out one more time. Again, Pasaol found the open Konate. The Fiedler tried to tap it out of bounds, but our officials deem it a shooting foul. So Mo Konate will be shooting 2 free throws. First free throw coming up here for Mo Konate. The 6'10", 21-year-old Senegalese Gambian center for the FEU Tamaraws. Was a big factor in that last season. Again, where they just 1 place short of the Final Four picture. Right now, it's Hiramatsu to Lopez, the fake. Francis Lopez behind the head pass. However, that's not going to end up with a 3 as Konate secures the rebound here and the possession for FEU. Pasaol. His squad is down by 12 points. Janrey using the pick from Konate. Janrey to Burgos. The jumper here won't work for Mark Burgos. But last touch on Max Fiedler. And possession will stay with the FEU Tamaraws. Although Coach Sean Chambers will decide to call a timeout first before they proceed with this 14-second possession. As his team is down here by 12 points, 88-76 with 4 minutes remaining in our 4th and final period.
Good job, Mo.
All right, here we go. John, let's go to the Adamson play. Montiel, you're here. Yosef, you're here. Montiel's gonna screen up, all right? You're gonna go that way to the ball. Montiel pops out. Janrey, come back and get it, let's go, okay? Spot up. Hey, that last play, I still want you at the 3-point shot. Get used to that.
Okay, gotcha.
You right? So instead of being here, you're at 3. So with 3 should be here like that. Got it?
There is a penalty.
Montel, touch, Montel.
4 minutes.
Got it?
There is a penalty.
You're still tuning in to the NSAC World Invitational 2026. So far, it's the Fighting Eagles Nagoya holding on to a 12-point lead against the FEU Tamaraws. As we have under 4 minutes left to play in our 4th quarter. It's not looking good for the FEU Tamaraws, although it's very manageable. They have decent time remaining, although they will have to turn on the jets and have a sense of urgency as Janrey Pasaol will be shooting 2 free throws here. Again, FEU has a remarkable lineage of guards as Janrey hits his first free throw. Talking about Johnny Abarrientos, R.R. Garcia, Terence Romeo, Mike Tolomia, LG Gonzalez. And now Janrey Pasaol together with Joric Bautista. Not to mention, Coach Johnny Abarrientos is also part of the coaching staff, but I believe has not attended today's game. So right now it's Hiramatsu, who almost taken away here. That's going to be a backcourt violation called on Nagoya. Francis Lopez arguing that it wasn't a last touch on Hiramatsu. Although if you're FAU, you'd be happy with that sequence, as you'll have a chance to make it just a single-digit game. It's at 10 points, 88-78. Sam Hall now seeing minutes again for Coach Sean. Sam Hall, the pull-up. Hall couldn't knock down the jumper. Nelson Phillips with the basketball. Let's see what he has in mind. Looking to cook things up here. We'll give it up to his teammate. Inside the paint, Lopez. Lopez to the corner. Hiramatsu thought about the three. Couple of fakes. Will attack instead. And will draw the foul against Montel Shelton. Again, Hiramatsu with a fearless drive against Montel Shelton. Almost getting that one to go, but will shoot 2 free throws instead. So Katsuki Hiramatsu is another very young guard for the Nagoya Fighting Eagles. He actually played for Fukuoka University Ohori, one of Japan's best-known high school basketball programs. And he also attended Meiji University in Tokyo, Japan. So Nagoya actually initially brought him into the B League as a special designated player when he was still a university student. And right now he's seeing tons of minutes for Coach Ruben Boykin. Right now it's Sam Hall to Burgos. The pick from Shelton. Burgos for 3, and that's gonna be way off, but we see a foul here called on Nelson Phillips. And that'll result to 3 free throws here for Mark Burgos. Let's check it out one more time. Again, Nelson Phillips over jumping, unintentionally fouling the young Mark Burgos. As first free throw won't go in for the 19-year-old 6'5" power forward from Nueva Ecija. Although the second free throw will go in and has 1 more left in the tank. Was also part of that UAAP Season 88 championship squad alongside his MVP teammate Cabs Cabuniles. As Burgos will hit that free throw, goes 2 out of 3. Makes it just a 9-point difference between them and the Fighting Eagles. Tinkle. This time, it's Phillips. That was from Yasuoka. Phillips to Lopez. He will attack. Outside again. Ryoto Yasuoka for 3. That is no good. Lopez gets it back. Hiramatsu gives it up to Phillips, and Nagoya will reset. Shot clock at 6 here for Phillips. Lopez getting fouled here by Ranieses. So that's going to be team foul number 3 here for the FEU Tamaraws. They have 1 more foul to give in our 4th quarter. Nagoya has none already. Hiramatsu triggers the inbound. Tried to find Phillips, taken away by Burgos. In transition, it's Burgos stepping back, trying to find a teammate. Gives it up to Montemayor, although that pass was miscalculated. Meanwhile, Nelson Phillips, up and under move. Just couldn't finish, but will shoot 2 free throws. Let's check it out one more time. Again, Nelson Phillips. Almost, but not quite. Getting in 1. 2 free throws coming up for Nelson Phillips. And talking about the Fighting Eagles Nagoya, their mascot is Reed Kun, a red eagle whose official weight is hilariously listed as the equivalent of 50 chicken wings. And in March 2026, Nagoya actually jokingly announced that Reed Kun had been placed on the B-League mascot injury list because of a right leg injury. So safe to say, you know, even though these guys seem serious on the basketball court, they know how to crack a joke, you know, to make things lighter and funnier. But nothing funny for FEU as they're trailing by 11 points so far. As we enter the last 2 minutes of our 4th and final period, Mark Burgos. This time to Luke Felipe. Felipe denied here by Tinkle. So right now, we have a timeout called here by Coach Ruben Boykin as they're up double digits, 91-80. As we have under 2 minutes remaining at our 4th and final period. Hold on to your seats. More NSAC basketball when we return.
You at the 4. And then 5. All right. So just simple flow. Just stay with flow. Stay with flow. All right, Francis, you here, And then we go trace right here. No, let's go trace right here. No, right here. All right? And all you do is space it, and if we don't have anything, you come get it. Here we go. Finish strong. Eagles!
You're still tuning in to the NSAC World Invitational 2026. So far, it's the Fighting Eagles Nagoya in the driver's seat against the FEU Tamaraws by 11 points, 91-80. As we're past the last 2-minute mark of our fourth quarter. So let's see how Nagoya will play this one out. Expect them to burn some time here. Tinkle attacking the lane. And getting fouled here by Sam Hall. 2 more free throws here for Tinkle and the rest of the Nagoya Fighting Eagles. Another look on that drive for the 6'8" power forward from Oregon State University. That's in Corvallis, Oregon, but he's from Missoula, Montana. Again, a while ago, I've mentioned that he has played professionally in Italy, France, Spain, and Turkey, as well with Raptors 905 in the NBA G League. And he will miss his second free throw. So he goes 1 out of 2, makes it a 12-point lead for Nagoya, although time is on the side of Nagoya. FEU slowly feeling some pressure here as they have a big lead to chase. But you see Sam Hall get an end one, a chance to make it a 3-point play, and who knows, this might be a sign of good things to come for the Tamaraws for the next 1 minute and 16 seconds. But nonetheless, it's going to be Sam Hall shooting a free throw here. Was also part of that UAAP Season 88 Boys Basketball Championship squad alongside Joseph Ranieses, who is on the floor with him right now, and Cabs Cabunilas, and Mark Burgos too. And he will make it a 3-point play. It's down to a 9-point game. But let's see how FEU will play this one out defensively. Ranieses against Hiramatsu. Nagoya passing it around. They have 12 to work with. Lopez in the right slot. Francis Lopez against Ranieses. Tough pass. Hiramatsu inside the paint. The fadeaway by Ito. Oh, that's 2 points over Montel Shelton. So just like that, it's back to a 12-point game, or an 11-point game, 94-83. And again, we only have 45 seconds remaining, so not the best situation for the Tamaraws. Macapagal pulling up, and he'll get that one to bounce in. It's back to a 9-point game. Although again, time is not on the side of FEU. Hiramatsu shifting gears. Sam Hall having a hard time guarding him. Chukyoka to Lopez. This time Chukyoka to Tinkle. Thought about the 3 to the corner. Ito from the corner. Back-to-back baskets here. Coming from Haruki Ito. But looks like FEU will just burn the clock out as they're down by 12 points. And we only have 12 seconds remaining. And that's another basket here for Sam Hall, as he showcases some flashes of brilliance for the last dying seconds, although unfortunately that's going to be not enough to trim down this double-digit lead of Nagoya. And we will end our last game of the day with a final score of 97-87, a 10-point victory being earned here by one of the most established Japan B-League programs, the Nagoya Fighting Eagles. And there you have it. Make no mistake, FEU put up a fight. Was able to outscore the Fighting Eagles 29-22 in the first quarter. But after that one, it was all downhill for them, as Nagoya proved to be better in adjustments. But right now, we'll be taking a short break. We'll be talking about the game later on. But hold on to your seats, as we're not yet over. Again, 97-87. Big time congratulations to the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. More NSAC World Invitational when we come back. back inside the Phil Sports Arena. Once again, big time congratulations to Fighting Eagles Nagoya, getting a 10-point victory over the young FEU Tamaraws. And one heck of a game it was, both for FEU and Fighting Eagles Nagoya. For FEU, they outscored Fighting Eagles by 7 points in the first quarter, 29-22. But after that, it was this guy making things hard for the boys of Coach Sean Chambers. Nelson Phillips tallied 21 points, scored 3 out of 4 from the three-point area, perfect from the free throw line. You know, everything you could ask for Coach Ruben Boykin. Again, to consider that he has struggled for the first part of our first quarter, but quickly, heated up afterwards and really made a statement to prove that he is indeed a problem for everyone who's going to face the Fighting Eagles Nagoya, either here in the NSAC World Invitational or the upcoming D-League season in Japan. So that's going to be exciting to see. For now, FEU will have to go home back to Moraita, go back to the drawing board, figure things out, figure the things that they lacked in, and hopefully bounce back. Again, they are, safe to say, contenders come UAAP Season 89, but they did face a professional team like the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. So they did a better job talking about the Fighting Eagles and adjusting to whatever they needed to adjust to. And again, the likes of Francis Lopez, he actually had a quiet game, only had 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. But of course, he has the biggest Philippine connection, as he is Filipino and attended UP back in college. So everybody expected him to really explode. But that's quite ironic because it was the other imports of Fighting Eagles Nagoya who really showcased their talents. But taking a look at our full game statistics, it was the Fighting Eagles Nagoya ultimately shooting a better field goal percentage, both from the three-point area and the overall field goals. FEU grabbing more rebounds, but Fighting Eagles really proving that they are a professional team. They can adjust and they can circulate the ball on offense, enforce more system, and of course play more defense, having more defensive systems, that is leading to 13 steals compared only to 7 of FEU. So there goes your story for this game. Once again, big time congratulations to the Fighting Eagles Nagoya. For our games tomorrow, it's going to be 2 classification games and 2 semifinals game. It's going to start with the Elite Stacks Australia facing Tenry University at 11 a.m. We have NFU Tigers going up against the FEU Tamaraws at 1 p.m. And then for the semifinals games, we have UST facing JRU. That should be a good one, both Philippine teams. And then in the semifinals, another semifinals matchup at 5 p.m. It's the San Beda Red Lions going up against Fighting Eagles Nagoya. This time, a powerhouse in the NCAA, fighting, no pun included, fighting the Eagles from Nagoya. So there you have it. That is our games tomorrow. Still here in the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. So better hold on to your seats and tune in to our NSAC World Invitational. So there you have it. That'll do for us here at the NSAC World Invitational, where some of the best collegiate programs from the Philippines and across the Asia Pacific come together on one stage. For everyone behind the NSAC World Invitational, our officials, of course our participating teams, and everyone watching, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Cholo Pangilinan, signing off, and thank you very much for tuning in to the NSAC World Invitational via One Sports, One Sports Plus, One Sports YouTube channel, and the Pilipinas Live app available for Filipinos everywhere.
All the best sports